For a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield,
it got his man complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Off the play fake. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just about on his own goal line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2nd and 6. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's able to find Diggs. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Down to lose one. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Coming. Go.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, a quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
32-yard line.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly